Ford debuts the 2023 Lincoln Corsair with ActiveGlide hands-free lane changing. That's our Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. Joining us is Lincoln Corsair brand manager Dan DeRubeis. Hi, Dan.
Hey, Fred. How are you?
Terrific. Well, first off, congratulations. The Corsair is Lincoln's best-selling SUV, with sales up, I think, more than 20% so far this year.
Yep, absolutely.
That's great news. So let's talk about this new 2023 model and some of the highlights. First off, new styling inside and out.
Yeah, on the exterior of the vehicle, really noticeable change with the grille getting larger and bolder, similar to our Navigator launch last year. So this is the evolution of our Lincoln signature DNA, our quiet flight design styling. And we're really excited about it. I think it keeps things really fresh and modern while still building off of the really sophisticated styling that everyone knows and loves about the product today. And on the interior, you're right, it's big improvements as far as technology, larger screens, both for the driver and in the center stack display powered by Sync 4. And even flowing through some of the control panels, we've been able to reduce the size of some of the control panels to try to open up a little bit more room on the interior. I think we find even in a small premium SUV, people especially appreciate having a little bit more room and space. And so I think our team did a great job with that.
Well, let's talk about some of the tech and this ActiveGlide 1.2 hands-free advanced driver assistance. Step us through this.
Yeah, this is really exciting. We're bringing the leading edge technology in our ADAS systems from our flagship Navigator down to our small premium SUV in Corsair. So ActiveGlide is our hands-free driving system. It's available on divided limited access roads that we have pre-authorized throughout the country. We're over 130,000 miles of available roads. And it allows when users in those sections of road, the system will alert them to the fact that you can take your hands off the wheel. And at that point, you can drive hands-free. You do need to maintain eyes on the road. And so we have a driver state monitoring camera that tracks your head position as well as your eye gaze to make sure that you are in fact paying attention when you should be, and be able to enjoy a more relaxing experience in those scenarios.
Describe for us what happens in that kind of scenario if somebody picks up their phone, for instance, and looks to the side or is looking down at the phone. What is the car going to do?
Yeah, the system will alert you that it's disengaging. It will have warned you previously along the way if it can tell that you're not paying attention, and then the system will disengage and it'll tell you to take control of the vehicle, which we expect and tell people that they need to be prepared to do. And so that's how the basic ActiveGlide works. The enhancements that we have with the lane change and the in-lane repositioning are what's new. And I think the lane change assist in particular is something that people are really excited about because it will alert you when you're hands-free driving, when there's the availability to make a lane change. And you will engage by actually turning the turn signal stalk. So it does require a bit of interaction. There's some control over when that happens. And then the vehicle will execute that maneuver.
That sounds pretty cool. So if it detects that a lane change is something you might want to do, it's going to alert you to that and then waits for you to initiate it with the turn signal?
Yes. Yep. And I think some of this feels like it's a natural evolution of the features. And I think what we hear from clients when we do research, both about what they might want in the future or about features that we start to roll out, is that people like predictable interactions. They like systems that they have some measure of control on as they're learning and getting comfortable with it until such time that they provide some mastery, and then they like being able to do a little bit more. And so I think we feel like this particular means of bringing the feature to market is really smart, and I think is something that'll really resonate with people.
What are some of the other things that the new version of your ADAS system can do? Is it going to stop at stoplights for you? What can it do? What can't it do? What should people know?
I think the general message on our ADAS systems for the new Corsair is that there's a lot more standardized technology. So our base included version of Lincoln Copilot 360 2.1 brings a lot more technology and standardizes it across all Corsair models. That includes things like intelligent adaptive cruise control, and we have a new predictive speed assist. So thinking about your question and what should people expect, what type of technology are we bringing on the new Corsair? It's features that also not only do a lot more or could do a lot more to the extent that you are interested in that, like we were talking about with ActiveGlide, but predictive speed assist is a means by which we're trying to make the vehicle drive in automated ways, more similarly to the way that you or I might drive them on the road. And so these are things like slowing gradually into changes in speed limit, slowing gradually into turns where we see them coming. So things where I think we've received feedback on either our features or for others in the marketplace that sometimes the interactions are just a little bit more harsh than the way that you would drive yourself. And so we're trying to round off some of those edges so that it feels really good when the systems are starting to do a little bit more for you.
You also have the Corsair Grand Touring plug-in hybrid. Give us the overview there.
The Grand Touring plug-in hybrid has been a great product for us so far. It's been in market for just over a year, so still relatively early, but we sell every one that we make, and we're getting a lot of feedback from our retailers around the country that it's something that there's increasingly more interest in. We feel like it's the right product for the moment in the sense that people can still fill it up and drive with gas like they would a traditional internal combustion engine today. But if they are interested in the availability to plug it in and drive it on all electric mode, they do have the availability to do that. And the model in market today gets up to 28 miles on all electric charge. And we don't have numbers from EPA and won't for a little bit yet on the 2023. But that number is something that is really compelling for some people who have shorter commutes. They like to use all electric around town. And it's that first step maybe in what they see as a future walk towards electrification.
Tell me what your thoughts are about this particular model and why it's as popular as it is for you. Is this the right size for many, many consumers today?
The size absolutely appeals to a lot of different people for a lot of different reasons. And I think the offering of features and functionality has been really spot on also. And a lot of that is the technology. We launched Corsair. It was a new model name for us just 3 years ago. And I think at that time we had a lot of new technology, and we were talking about things like driver assist technology. We were talking about phone as a key. We were talking about a host of different things, personal profiles. And I think we're continuing to evolve that technology message because we've seen in this segment, it is something that people are drawn to. And that's not unique to small premium utility, but from a size standpoint, we attract a lot of younger first-time buyers who just want a small SUV. We're attracting a lot of people who are moving down from larger vehicles, who have had particularly maybe luxury vehicles, and they don't want to give up the amenities when they go to a smaller size vehicle. So Corsair and all the technology and the features is really appealing to them. And we're finding not only are we attracting luxury buyers, former Lincoln owners, but a lot of people who are moving up from volume brand vehicles into luxury for the first time. And people just like the styling, they like the packaging, the flexibility, even simple things that aren't really tech leaning, like a second row seat that slides and reclines. So you have room for passengers when you have them, or room for larger cargo when you have them, even if it's not all the time.
Tell us what you can about pricing and availability.
Absolutely. So starting price on the 2023 Corsair is just under $40,000. The Reserve series, moving up from our standard to our Reserve, is just under $45,000, and the Grand Touring plug-in hybrid is just under $55,000. So pricing and configurators are all online today on Lincoln.com. Availability for the 2023 Corsair is early next calendar year, so early 2023.
Terrific. And for more info, I think I know where to go, but tell us where's the best place.
Yeah, it's absolutely Lincoln.com. And so we have all the product information there. We have build and price configurators. We can put you in touch with the local retailer in your area if you're interested in making a purchase. And we have a lot of great information hitting our social channels as well, including YouTube. We have some different product information and walk arounds. So if you're interested in really getting into a little bit more of the details or a more thorough presentation, it's available on our social channels as well.
Well, congratulations once again, Dan DeRubeis. Thank you so much for taking the time with us.
Thank you so much, Fred. I really enjoyed it, and I appreciate the opportunity.